11 BS 7671:2018 Overview. The 18th edition of the IET Wiring Regulations is a crucial standard for electrical installations in the UK. Here's a review of its key aspects and recent updates. The 18th edition was published in July 2018 and came into force in January 2019 too. It introduced significant changes to electrical installation requirements, focusing on safety improvements and addressing modern technological advancements. Key features. 1. Expanded scope. The regulations now cover access or egress routes, instead of just escape routes, encompassing both entry and exit paths in buildings too. 2. Cable support. Plastic clips are no longer allowed as the sole support for cables. Metal fixings such as stainless steel cable ties are recommended, especially when used with cable trays and baskets too. 3. Arc fault detection devices, AFDDs. Initially recommended for certain installations, AFDDs are now mandatory for socket outlet circuits not exceeding 32 amps in high-risk residential buildings. 1. 4. Fire safety. Chapter 42 has been amended to provide clearer requirements for fire safety, removing references to BD classifications and aligning more closely with UK building regulations. 1. 5. Overvoltage protection. Requirements for surge protective devices (SPDs) were introduced, though these have been subject to recent revisions. 3. 1. Part 1. Scope, Object and Fundamental Principles. 2. Part 2. Definitions. 3. Part 3. Assessment of General Characteristics. 4. Part 4. Protection for Safety. 4.1 Chapter 41. Protection against electric shock. 4.2 Chapter 42. Protection against thermal effects. 4.3 Chapter 43. Protection against overcurrent. 4.4 Chapter 44. Protection against voltage disturbances. 4.5 Chapter 45. No use. 4.6 Chapter 46. Isolation and switching. 5. Part 5. Selection and erection of equipment. 5.1 Chapter 51. Common rules. 5.2 Chapter 52. Wiring systems. 5.3 Chapter 53. Protection, isolation and switching devices. 5.4 Chapter 54. Earthing and protective conductors. 5.5 Chapter 55. Other equipment. 5.6 Chapter 56. Safety services. 6. Part 6. Inspection and testing. 7. Part 7. Special installations or locations. 8. Appendices. 9. Preparing for the 18th edition exam. 10. Updates and amendments. Recent updates. 1. Amendment 2, 2022. This update focused on verification, inspection, testing, and fire safety aspects. 1. 2. Core Addendum 2023. Published in May 2023, this addressed issues in 4 main areas. Section 422. Protected escape routes. Section 443. Overvoltage protection. Section 701. Berthing pools. Section 710. Protected escape routes in medical locations. 3. Amendment 3. Currently in development, with stakeholders invited to provide input. 5. Impact and considerations. 1. Compliance. The regulations apply to new installations and additions or alterations to existing ones. However, they are not retrospective for older installations. 3. 2. Complexity. BS 7671 is noted as one of the most complex British standards to produce, given its extensive scope and technical nature. 3. Interaction with other standards. Electrical professionals must also consider related standards like BS 5839, fire detection and alarm systems, and BS 5266, emergency escape lighting, when designing installations. 2. 4. Ongoing development. The standard continues to evolve, with future additions likely to address emerging technologies and installation complexities. 1. In conclusion, BS 7671:2018 and its subsequent amendments represent a significant step forward in electrical safety and installation practices. While it introduces more stringent requirements in many areas, it also aims to clarify and streamline regulations to ensure safer and more efficient electrical installations across the UK. BS 7671:2018 plus A1:2020. This amendment primarily focused on electric vehicle (EV) charging infrastructure. Key changes: electric vehicle charge points. Introduced new regulations for EV charging installations, including provisions for protection against open-pin conductor faults. Emphasis on safety measures specific to EV charge points, such as earthing arrangements. Withdrawal date. This amendment was effective from February 1, 2020, and was withdrawn on September 27, 2022, when Amendment 2 came into force. BS 7671:2018 plus A2:2022. This amendment introduced broader changes, including new chapters and clarified terminology. Key changes: new Part 8 Chapter 82, Prosumer Low-Voltage Electrical Installations, focuses on installations where users both consume and produce electricity, e.g., solar panels or small-scale generators. Addresses energy efficiency, storage systems, and integration with the grid. RCD requirements. Regulation 411.3.3 Tighten requirements for residual current devices, RCDs. RCDs are now mandatory in environments where children or disabled persons are present, regardless of risk assessments. Bonding clarifications. Updated requirements for main protective bonding to clarify when it is necessary, particularly for extraneous conductive parts entering buildings. Terminology adjustments. Improved clarity in language to differentiate between mandatory and recommended actions. Implementation date. Effective for all electrical installations designed after March 28, 2023. Fire safety enhancements. Strengthened regulations around cable supports to reduce risks in escape routes during fires. Items to note. Compliance deadlines. Any new work after September 27, 2022, must conform to BS 7671:2018 plus A2:2022. Transition from Amendment 1 to Amendment 2. While Amendment 1 focused narrowly on EV charge points, Amendment 2 introduced more comprehensive changes affecting various aspects of electrical installations. Prosumers and energy efficiency. The addition of Part 8 reflects the growing importance of renewable energy sources and energy storage systems in modern installations. These updates ensure that the wiring regulations remain aligned with evolving technologies and safety standards.